This episode is brought to you by LifeLock. The holidays mean more travel, more shopping, more time online, and more personal info in places that could expose you to identity theft. That's why LifeLock monitors millions of data points every second. If your identity is stolen, their US-based restoration specialist will fix it, guaranteed or your money back. Get more holiday fun and less holiday worry with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year. Visit LifeLock.com/podcast. Terms apply.
Welcome back, everybody. It's Friday, December 13th, 2024. Born on this date in 1949, the band Alabama's lead singer Randy Owen of Fort Payne. And in 1971, assistant football coach at Kennesaw State University and former NFL defensive lineman Mike Pelton of Goshen. Today, we're going to do another Alabama news quiz at the end of the show. Now, if you'd like to come on the show and take one of these, just shoot me an email at imorgan, IMORGAN, @AL.com with the word quiz in the subject line, and we'll try to get you on the schedule. We record on Thursday afternoons usually. Now, first, today we'll talk about deportations, ordering vehicles on Amazon, a dog that might have discovered another part of a human skeleton, and one of President Biden's pardons. I'm Mike Morgan, and we're down in Alabama. Alabama Governor Kay Ivey has joined with 25 other Republican governors, giving verbal support to President-elect Donald Trump's plans to deport those who were in the country illegally, reports AL.com's Sarah White's Kotichek. Now, in a statement, the governors criticized the Biden administration's handling of the border and said they've been working with law enforcement and National Guard to try to deal with illegal immigration. They expressed hope that undocumented immigrants who were involved in crime, gangs, or terrorist groups be the specific focus of the deportation efforts, and they vowed to help. There are reports of immigration communities in Alabama that are nervous about what this might mean for them. Now, immigration lawyer Mike Shabani's advice for documented immigrants with anxiety about possibly being checked out is to keep a copy of your birth certificate, passport, and license in your glove box or on your phone, and keep the original documents at home in a folder where your family can get to it. We're living in a time when we don't even have to get out of bed to make a big purchase and do other major business things. As long as nobody misplaces your phone charger cord, you can just keep right on shopping. But if you ever plan on going anywhere again, you might need a vehicle to get there. The good news is that you can acquire a vehicle without leaving the bed. Another option is now available in Birmingham, which is one of 48 cities where folks can purchase a new Hyundai through Amazon, reports AL.com's Heather Gann. You log on, search local inventory, get your trade-in value, get your financing done, finish the checkout process, and schedule a time to go pick it up. The pickup part is done really old school. That is, it's in real life with other people around. So for that part, you might consider putting on some daytime clothes. Birmingham is one of only 48 cities where the feature is available. But Amazon plans on adding more cities and more automotive brands next year. Well, there's nothing quite like a good dog. You show your appreciation by taking care of them, and they, in return, show their appreciation by letting you know when a weirdo comes to your front door and by bringing you the occasional gift from somewhere in the yard. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Sometimes that gift can be a little on the morbid side. To go to extremes, AL.com's Carol Robinson reports that an East Birmingham dog that showed up with a human skull 4 months ago has now brought his people what is believed to be another human bone. It turned out that the skull from 4 months ago came with a gunshot wound. This new bone is a long one, authorities said. They'll need to confirm it's human, then see if it's a match for the skull. The findings have yet to be linked to a victim. Investigators searched the property, but have not located any more human remains. Now we know who knows exactly where to look, but he's not talking. Thursday was the largest day of granting clemency by a president in modern U.S. history, with President Joe Biden pardoning 39 nonviolent convicts and commuting the sentences of around 1,500 others who had been removed from prison and placed on home confinement during the COVID pandemic. An Alabama woman was among those 39 who received pardons, reports AL.com's Heather Gann. Nina Simona Allen of Harvest was convicted 21 years ago of conspiracy to defraud financial institutions. She was sentenced to 6 months in prison and 3 years of supervised release, and she was ordered to pay $68,412 in restitution. According to an Associated Press report, since her conviction, Allen returned to school, earned a post-baccalaureate degree and 2 master's degrees, works in education, and volunteers at a soup kitchen and a nursing home. Hey, we're going to take a really quick ad break, come back and take another quiz, finish off this week. Y'all stay with us. Thanks for staying with us, everybody. It's Friday, and it's quiz day here on Down in Alabama. Now, we've had to reshuffle our schedule, and had a couple people fell through on taking the quiz. So we're like 4th, 5th, 6th string. I'm not sure which, but we had to bring weather reporter Lee Morgan back on the show. Thanks for joining us, Lee.
Well, I don't know if I want to take the quiz after that intro. That's terrible.
No, I'm just kidding about that. Lee took the quiz before. How many did you get?
We don't need to revisit the past. I'm going to make 100 this time.
Hey, while I got you here, there's one question that everybody's going to want to know from you, and that is,
I don't know the answer.
Christmas Day, Christmas morning specifically, at maybe an hour, half hour past sunrise, on our front yard, exactly where people's front yard is, will there be a snow flurry around that time?
But if you come to my house, there'll be some sausage balls and some cinnamon rolls, and maybe not that early. Don't come that early. Just wait.
Well, the forecast says sausage balls and cinnamon rolls. What about
that's 100% certainty forecast right there.
All right. How about snow?
Oh,
any chance this month?
Never say never, right? But I am looking at the 8 to 14 day temperature and precipitation outlook. The Climate Prediction Center puts those out. This one covers December the 20th through the 26th, the pivotal period, you may say. Mm-hmm. And it's looking like, on the pro side, there is a slightly higher chance that Alabama would have below average temperatures, but there's a slightly increased probability that Alabama will have below average rainfall, or in this case, precipitation.
Cold and dry.
Possibly. Okay. But, Santa can do stuff. You never know.
Well, cold and dry makes for comfortable weather a lot of the time anyway.
Well, maybe where you come from, but not where I come from. I guess it's better than cold and wet.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
If the wet is not in the form of snow.
That's what I meant.
Who wouldn't want snow on Christmas?
Okay, but I'd rather have sunshine, honestly, even if it's cold. But that's fine. We had to ask. Mm-hmm. That's as well as you can give us right now. We'll see how it develops from here.
We usually we have more of a likelihood of tornadoes on Christmas than we do snow, if you look at the record. But never say never. I'm an optimistic. Could happen, but probably not.
Okay. Well, now that you bummed us all out, I'll remind everybody that I did bring the buzzer just in case you missed any of these. Ever since you took the quiz, and you missed a couple, I think. And
no, not a couple.
And then since then, people have been performing quite well.
I know.
And every week you say, you should have had me on this week, I would have aced it. And,
I would have. I've aced it every week.
Okay.
Except
the week you were on.
Maybe.
So here we go. And you've also told me to make it harder. So I've decided to kill 2 birds with one stone.
No, can't you put that off a week?
Give you another chance and to make it harder at the same time.
I'm
so
not
we'll
coming
see.
back. Hey, people, you're in luck. I'm not coming back after this. You'll have to hear me.
Question number
All
1.
right.
This week, it's been 105 years since the Boll Weevil Monument was dedicated in this city. Now, this one is not hard.
It is not hard.
Selma, Abbeville, Enterprise, or Scottsboro?
I will say Enterprise because I just drove through there not too long ago and they had all their boll weevil statues, which kind of are a little scary, to be honest. All those arms. Did you notice all the arms?
On the Ronald McDonald Boll
Oh,
Weevil?
yeah, all of them.
Yeah.
They're just, anyway.
Well, the original Boll Weevil Monument went up in 1919
Okay.
downtown. All right. Question number 2. A recent study involving Auburn University determined that from April 2023 to April 2024 in Alabama, there was a 40.5% decline in youth football registration, managed bee colonies, newborn bald eagles, or testosterone levels among men who listen to yacht rock.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with yacht rock.
Did say
There's
there
nothing
was.
wrong with it. I discovered it not too long ago. It's It's wonderful.
This is a scientific quiz. I can't help
You-
what it says.
You just put it on in the rush hour traffic. Trust me on this, people. Just try it. There's a playlist. Okay, the answer bees. Bees. Whatever the answer is
Managed
with
bee
bees.
Managed bee colonies.
I wasn't paying attention. Did you do letter B, the answer bees?
Yes.
How about that?
Yeah, how about that?
Okay.
All right, question number 3.
Getting fancy.
What organization is building a new state house? What organization is building a new state house that then it'll turn around and lease to the legislature? Alabama Education Association, Retirement Systems of Alabama, Alabama Power, or the Wild Turkey Federation?
Crap, I don't know this one. I'll just admit it.
It's the organization
Okay.
paying to build the state house. It'll turn around and then lease the state house to the legislature.
That was very nice of them.
The answers are Alabama Education Association, AEA, Retirement Systems of Alabama, RSA, Alabama Power, or the Wild Turkey Federation.
I'm gonna go with B again.
You think there'll be 2 B's in a row on a
Yes.
test that I put together?
Yes, I do. You favor the bees. I'm just giving y'all some hints out there.
No, I let Google randomly tell me where to put
He
that.
favors bees. We'll just wait and see.
All right, question number 4. You're 3 for 3 so
I
far.
know. I'm feeling some
Gosh.
pressure.
According to NASA's adjusted timetable, when do we plan to once again land humans on the moon? Now that's, always subject to change, and it has. But right now, what are we looking at? What year? 2027, 2030, 2034, or simply before Elon Musk buys the moon outright?
Let's see. What were the answers again?
27, 30, 34, or before Elon Musk buys the moon outright?
He probably could at this point. Okay, I don't know this one either. Dadgummit.
There's not a lot
I wasn't
developed
doing my
yet, so-
homework this week. I'm gonna say 2030. No! Was it 2027?
Yes, it was 2027.
Oh, see, I was gonna say that, but then I thought, that's too soon.
I'm terribly sorry, but you're not going to be perfect this week either. Yeah, 4 out of 5 is a strong
Don't jinx
quiz.
it.
After the Crimson Tide failed to make the college football playoff, Alabama athletics director Greg Burns suggested that his program might consider this in the future: running up the score on opponents, leaving the SEC, scheduling weaker non-conference opponents, or putting more emotional energy into basketball and gymnastics and chilling out on football.
Yeah, good luck with that. The answer is weaker opponents, whichever letter that was.
Scheduling weaker non-conference opponents, not sure how serious that is, but the whole strength of schedule thing. 4 out of 5. Way to go, Lee Morgan.
I'm not happy about it.
No, I know. Well, We might have you back here sometime next
I
year.
am going to ace this thing, I swear, one day soon. I'm going to get 5 out of 5.
Well, I keep hearing how you do that on your own. So
I did. I promise y'all, I do every week. I take it at home and I do good. Well, last week I missed one, but that was the only chance. Other than that, I'm spot on.
yeah, you got to keep up with what's going on
Are
to
you?
get these. If you keep up though, you can nail them.
I wonder if you're cheating somehow. Are you flipping around answers?
We're nothing but honest here on Down in Alabama. Thanks for coming on the show and doing this again. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
And thanks everybody out there for listening to us. We are going to be back here Monday morning. Until then, y'all come by anytime you want to and see what we're doing on the internet at al.com.